What's an industry secret dentists do not want people to know? I've retired from over 45 years in the dentist industry, and in my time I've seen handfuls of ways that dentists fool their patients. Many times if a patient has a flossing issue, the dentist will recommend an expensive mouthwash kit. If the patient isn't brushing properly, they'll tell you to buy an electric toothbrush that's not only overpriced, but also gives them commission. That's why I decided early on that I will help my patients without taking advantage of them. When patients need routine care but their insurance won't cover it, I'll recommend easy at-home solutions, especially one that I'm about to reveal. A lot of problems like cavities, bad breath, and most gum diseases stem from one thing: an imbalanced pH level. This stems from the acids in your mouth and from the food you eat, resulting in odors forming from the pH level in your saliva dropping to a 5.5. The ideal pH level you want in your mouth is a 6.7. If your breath stinks, that's probably why. Snacking during the day is one of the top contributors to why a patient's pH level drops. If you're unsure whether your breath has an odor or not, lick your wrists, on the side where the skin is sensitive. Let it dry for a moment, and if the smell is bad, it's very likely that your pH level is imbalanced. A few years ago, a patient with a severely imbalanced pH level came to me, and luckily I had the solution for them. The patient, a mother, came into my office with her toddler who refused to talk and kept holding his cheek in pain. After doing X-rays on him, we saw the beginnings of 7 cavities. Typically, you find a couple cavities on most patients, but this was a toddler whose adult teeth hadn't even come in and was developing cavities already at an early age. That's what we call dental caries. This kid was on the verge of gum disease at an early age, which is an ugly sight. When I see a child with teeth as bad as this, I morally have to assume that this child is in a dangerous situation at home. I sat down with his mother and asked why she waited so long to take him for an appointment, or if she was administering any oral care for him. She told me that it was only recently that her insurance approved her and covered this appointment. I told her, while I understood her position, that still didn't explain the condition her child's teeth were in. I remember watching her try to hold her composure in front of me. She told me in an effort to get him to enjoy solid foods, she started giving him lollipops and he developed a sweet tooth. It got so bad that he won't eat food unless it means he gets a lollipop afterwards. She was so afraid of her kid not eating that cavities didn't even cross her mind. Most dentists would have told her to keep coming back and charged her thousands for baby fillings, but I saw that she was struggling and just needed someone to give her a break. I told her to come back next week and I'd have something for her free of charge. I already knew what this baby needed. I went to my secretary's office and asked if we still had any of the tooth cleaning lollipops. She checked our storage closet and came out with an entire bag filled with multiple flavors of those lollipops that prevent cavities and clean teeth. They had the golden component xylitol, which is excellent for reducing acidity and in turn rebalances the oral pH level, stripping away the bacteria that infest your saliva. The best part is that this cleaning process only takes 10 minutes, and they taste amazing. I picked the bag, and when the next appointment rolled around, I gave it to the mother. I advised her to give these to her son after every meal instead of whatever candy she was using before. After a couple more checkups, her son's teeth were healing well and there weren't any more visible signs of tooth decay thanks to the tooth cleaning lollipops. We worked something out for him to get fluoride varnish in the future when his adult teeth grow in place. I also wrote her down a referral for a nutrition specialist and told her that I'd be in contact with her insurance very soon to make sure that her son could develop the eating habits he needed. I remember her not saying a word, just hugging me tightly and rocking for what felt like an eternity. After that incident, I ordered more of the tooth cleaning candy from their site and made personalized goodie bags for my patients. You'd be surprised how many patients come in with the same problem, and the tooth cleaning candy has been a success in treating each patient. I still have patients who tell me that they eat the lollipops months after our appointments because they know it keeps their mouths in good condition. To this day I've actually kept in contact with the mother, and I've seen her son grow up. Soon he's going to be starting middle school. He's been able to develop those better eating habits like we hoped, but he still loves to have one of those lollipops, so maybe some habits don't need to change.